This is 3 News Daily.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being with us here on 3 News Daily on your Tuesday, January 9th. I'm Stephanie Haney. We start for you today in Parma Heights, where a man is in police custody. He's accused of sexually assaulting a 2-year-old at a daycare center. Police arrested 20-year-old Connor Walker at an in-home daycare. That means it's at someone's private residence, where Walker was living part-time, according to police, on Friday. Police also said today it does not appear the operator of the daycare was aware of the alleged assault, and they have been cooperating with their investigation. Walker has been charged with 1 count of rape and 3 counts of gross sexual imposition. He's currently being held on a $500,000 bond. Now in Euclid today, an investigation is underway after a student athlete was shot and killed. The teen has been identified as 17-year-old Tavian Cunningham. They were a football player at Cleveland's Glenville High School. The school has released a statement saying, in part, Tavian was an exceptional individual who brought so much joy, love, and positivity into our lives. We're still waiting for more information on the shooting from Euclid Police. Now today, a fallen Cleveland police officer will be laid to rest. Officer Victor Claudio died from heart complications while he was on duty on New Year's Day. Friends, family, and fellow law enforcement gathered for calling hours last night. Claudio served as an officer in the city's 5th district for the past 23 years. Now to your weather news. We are seeing some pretty strong winds today, and a lot of people in our area actually lost power over the last 24 hours. So let's take a look at the map now. As of about 1:45 this afternoon, FirstEnergy reports more than 10,000 customers are still affected by the weather. Coming up tonight, Chief Meteorologist Betsy Kling will have the details on the major storm system's forecast. It's expected to bring wind, rain, snow, you name it, over the next few days. And days after a dangerous incident mid-flight, multiple flights to and from Cleveland have been canceled. The FAA grounded all Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes after part of one of them blew off mid-flight. As of 1:30 this afternoon, 8 flights out of Cleveland Hopkins have been canceled for today and tomorrow. The National Transportation and Safety Board is currently investigating what caused the part to fly off. Starting with 3 News at 4, we'll have the latest on their investigation and how it's affecting Cleveland Hopkins. Now today, we can share some results from the Cleveland Police's recruitment event that they held in December. Stats sent to us from the department say 256 preconditional offers for the Cleveland Police Academy were handed out at the event. Now, there's no word on how many are moving forward in that process, but we can tell you 361 people attended the event hoping to get one of those offers, and the majority of them were between 21 and 39 years old. The department also held a second hiring event this past weekend. And we are keeping an eye on the Lakefront this afternoon as plans to renovate the 22 acres that stretch from the Burke Lakefront Airport to the Port of Cleveland are now in the hands of City Council. And now it all comes down to funding. Cleveland City Council introduced legislation for a tax increment financing program, or TIF, to fund Mayor Justin Bibb's plan. Bibb proposed diverting a portion of future property tax increases to pay for public infrastructure on the waterfront. But a group called Policy Matters Ohio doesn't see the plan as a total win. They say key businesses like Cuyahoga Community College, Cleveland Metro Parks, the Cleveland Public Library, and Health and Human Services could lose money if this gets approved.
As proposed, this plan is going to take revenue from key services that the voters have approved.
Now, as proposed, some money for the development would also come from federal and state funding. The TIF plan will go through several committees before the council votes on it, and Mayor Bibb hopes to start construction in the next 2 years. Okay, today the Browns will be on the practice field as they get ready to face the Houston Texans in the NFL's wild card playoffs round on Saturday. Now, the Browns are hoping things going as well this time in Houston as they did on Christmas Eve. That's when the Browns won 36-22. But last time, the Texans were without quarterback C.J. Stroud. This time, he'll be back. Now, the Texans did win both of their games after that loss. Here's Houston head coach DeMeco Ryans explaining what he thinks went wrong in Week 16 against the Browns.
A lot of self-inflicted penalties. We made big plays. They were negated by penalties or just mishaps on our part. So, again, we have to play clean football versus a really good team. You can't go out and make mistakes, right? Or they'll capitalize on it, and they've shown that time after time. And that's on the defensive side. We gave up too many explosive passes. And Amari had an outstanding game. Watching it again, he had some of the best catches I've seen all year.
You know what we have? We have Joe Flacco with playoff experience, and I like the sound of that very much. The Browns and the Texans will play Saturday afternoon. That kickoff is at 4:30. Our coverage starts at 2:30 with a pregame huddle, and WKYC is the only place to catch all the action. We've got the game, so hang out with us for it on Saturday. Should be a good day for Browns fans. Here's hoping. All right, thanks very much for being with us for today's edition of 3 News Daily. Wherever you're watching or listening, we appreciate you. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more of your top stories from Northeast Ohio.